This spectacular creation is the Chronomeans ball clock, a mesmerizing innovation that uses marbles and gravity to mark the steady passage of time. Stunning in its display of elegance and craftsmanship, the Chronomeans exists in another world as compared to other timepieces. Without digits or hands to disturb its movements, one might have difficulty recognizing that it's a clock at all. The Chronomeans doesn't display time in an obvious way. Instead, this kinetic masterpiece allows one to see time as an imaginative concept. The Chronomeans is made from rhodium, with 14-karat gold-plated brass, stainless steel, and anodized aluminum parts. Its 27 balls mark the hour every 10th minute and each minute. Functionally, a brass wheel conveys each ball to the uppermost level of a dual-rail track, where it is deposited once per minute onto the outer rail. A 10th ball is redirected to the inner rail, then rolled down the spiraling track to the next level to mark the 10th minute. A 6th ball drops every 60 minutes to mark the hour. Truly a masterful work of energetic art, the Chronomeans allows you to discover what time means to you. Check out the Shadow Play, a mystifying timepiece from Austrian group Breted Escalope. Posing as a simple ring of light on the wall, this stealthy clock requires an unusual approach to reveal its shadowy secret. While it does have the right shape, you've probably already noticed that the Shadow Play has no hands. Well, at least no immediately visible hands. With a simple touch of a human finger, the lighted ring immediately dims and discloses the time by displaying the hands of the clock as two distinct elongated shadows. The Shadow Play includes a series of LEDs embedded within its plywood frame. By turning off but 3 of the LEDs when touched in its center, its 2 shadowy hands of time come clearly into view. An Arduino microcontroller embedded within the device determines which of its 3 lights must be dimmed to show the correct time. While no plans currently exist to market the Shadow Play, with some plywood, a controller, a few LEDs, and some woodworking skills, you could probably build one yourself. That is, if you've got the time. This is the Spira Magnetic iPhone Charger and Clock, an interactive art project from Alice Rabiani. Created while Alice was still a student at a Swiss art school, the Spira looks like a normal frame featuring a dark circular center design. But once an iPhone is attached using the included magnetic case, the Spira begins charging it through magnetic induction. Simultaneously, the dark circle transforms into an intricate spiral pattern, while a series of spheres appears on the phone's screen. Each of the spheres represent 10% of the phone's full charge, but that's only actually half the story. By turning the phone in a clockwise motion, the spheres drop from the screen and are replaced by the hands of a clock, which display the correct time. The frame's spiral design serves as a visual augmentation for the clock, which maintains the proper orientation even when turning the phone. Removing the phone returns the Spira to its original solid black design. While the Spira isn't for sale, this innovative creation demonstrates that interesting alternatives to mundane daily routines are just a single innovation away. Introducing the Baricer, a new alarm clock that wakes you up to the smells of freshly brewed coffee or tea. For many of us, waking up is really hard, and the intrusive sounds of our alarms don't make it any easier. When using the Baricer, you might actually look forward to getting up. This amazing clock will wake you to the sound of bubbling water and a cup of your favorite morning beverage. Before going to bed, fill the glass boiling vessel with enough water for your morning coffee or tea, and insert the rubber stopper. If you take milk in your beverage, add it to the specially designed vessel. Next, remove your freshly ground coffee from the sealed storage area and place it in the filter. If you prefer tea, just add that instead. Then, set the alarm and brew time. You can set the brew time before, during, or after the alarm. In the morning, you'll be woken up by your sweet-smelling beverage right at your bedside. Also great in the kitchen, living area, or at your office, the Baricer is an alarm you won't mind waking up to. This is the Ray Liquid Display Clock from Dejan Stankovic. Look closely at the numbers on this clock. If you're wondering if you've accidentally taken the wrong medicine, don't worry. These numbers are actually made of liquid. The result of a year-long project, the Ray is a prototype of an electromechanical clock with a liquid display, a magnetic liquid substance called ferrofluid, and powerful neodyne magnets. When it's time for the Ray to change its display, the magnets are employed to slightly alter the magnetic field encompassing the ferrofluid. Using this process allows the fluid to be manipulated into any desired shape, which in this case is a number. The Ray incorporates an extraordinary combination of certainty and uncertainty. Just as no two moments in time are ever alike, no version of any single number is ever identical to any previous version. As far as can be determined, never before has a liquid substance in its pure, unrefined form been controlled in a way that allows it to display tangible shapes. Plans are now underway to manufacture this amazing creation for distribution. With the Ray, time flows. Literally. Introducing Dusk, a new clock from Dutch company Alucacok that adapts its color and transparency with the time of day. Just as our days are bathed in light and our nights are covered in darkness, the Dusk clock alters its appearance accordingly, greeting you each morning with a clean white face that mimics the bright ambience of daylight. This clock's face gradually darkens to midnight black when the stars come out. Its ever-changing luminosity allows you to feel the time, which is especially useful in a windowless room. The Dusk's journey from light to dark takes exactly 12 hours, as does its transition from darkness to light. As it flows from its transparent daytime appearance to its oblique evening affectation, the Dusk clock remains easy on the eyes throughout its 24-hour cycle, requiring only seconds to assemble and install. The Dusk's minimalistic design uses only the most basic components and can be quickly calibrated for any time zone. Emulating the cycle of nature, the Dusk clock lets you experience time in its most natural form. Meet the Arachnophobia, an insane spider-shaped clock from Geneva-based company MB&F. Conceived in the imaginative mind of Maximilien Beusser, the Arachnophobia is based on the Maman giant spider sculpture from Louis Bourgeois. As visually powerful as any other timepiece the company has produced, the Arachnophobia could send a shudder up the spines of those with the condition for which this clock is named. The Arachnophobia was developed in conjunction with the Lippi Company, a Swiss luxury firm that specializes in the manufacture of mechanical clocks. Topped by a black dome with white numerals depicting the hours and minutes, the clock portion of this creeping creation is reimagined as the head and torso of the spider. A balance wheel graces one side of the dome, while the opposite side includes a set of menacing jaws. The 8 articulated legs allow the Arachnophobia to stand on a desk or lie flat for wall mounting. A third position places the front 2 legs forward in a menacing attack posture. Available in black palladium or 18-karat gold-plated brass, the Arachnophobia stands ready to protect your valuable time. This is Story, an astonishing levitating clock from the innovative minds at the Flight Company. The Story is intended as a dramatic reminder that time is both universal and intensely personal. The Story's components begin with the Story base, a circular piece of finely crafted ash or walnut, which is mounted to a wall or placed on a table. Centered within the base is the Story display, which is a lighted digital clock. Held in place by magnetic levitation, a small sphere called the Storyteller makes a clockwise orbit around the perimeter. By allowing you to set the Storyteller's orbit to last for 1 minute, 1 hour, or even an entire year, this mesmerizing timepiece allows you to personalize time to reflect your own unique lifestyle. Another feature is the Story Backlit, a rear-projected rotating light in the color of your choice. This feature uses light to simulate sunrises and sunsets, your own customizations, or even the phases of the moon. While your story is uniquely your own, time remains immutable. With the Story levitating clock, at least you can measure it as you choose. Which of these clocks did you think were the most unique? Tell us in the comment section below. Remember, you can now watch Freeze Lists in Spanish on our channel Freeze Lists Español. To do so, just click on this link and you'll be directed there. See you next time.